Hi guys!
Welcome to our YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to introduce ourselves. So my name is Krisha. I work as a pharmacy manager, and on the side I have a travel business, do a little bit of henna here and there, which I've paused for the moment for bridal, and I'm 29 years old. Over to my sister.
My name's Yoshi. Well, everyone calls me Yoshi. Yeah, I'm studying at university, doing psychology and working part-time. And yeah, that's it really about me. I don't think else to say than that. Yeah, I do those little bits and bobs like she does as well, like henna and stuff, but that's all down to her, to be honest.
So basically, why we started this channel was just to put out just what we've been through, just our journey. It's going to be quite a bit of random few bits, what people can relate to.
Yeah.
And hope you guys enjoy it. So let's with today's one.
So we've got a few questions that people sent in to us, and we're just going to ask them. So the first question we have is, what made you guys closer as siblings?
So growing up, we've actually gone through quite a few struggles. I mean, I can't really go through it in detail, but yeah. I'm sure everyone has within the families and stuff. But with us, the best part was, rather than hating each other, breaking apart, we sort of decided we need to work together, and we need to work together to come over the battles. And I guess that's made us really close. We've also realised over time that we're experiencing similar things. So where I'd always told my sister, okay, when I was at college, this happened. When I was at uni, this happened. Where I made true friends, where your friends weren't quite the right friends, or how my revision techniques were and everything. Like, I've spoken to her about every little thing. She started relating to it growing up. So she started relating to the same things. And I guess that's made us closer.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think because as well, like, growing up, it's really weird because everyone always says, oh, like, why are you so mature? Like, you're quite mature for your age. You're 20. Are you 20? Really? And I'm like...
a bit more mature than me.
Yeah. I just think it's crazy. Like, when people say, like, you're so mature for 20. And then I do actually look at other 20-year-olds and I'm like, yeah, okay. But it's actually just because I've always been around her friends. Like, when I was... Imagine, so you're 29.
Oh, believe me, all my
they're
friends...
all, like, 9 years older than me. And from the age of, like, 7 onwards, I've just been around your friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, in between, I found my own friends and lost them and found them and lost them. But, like, growing up, I've always been with older people. Even now, I'm much closer to the older lot than I am to my own age.
So guess why? Because my mum, she would not let me go out unless I took my sister with me. Like, I had to take my sister with me.
It was one of those.
Everywhere.
She used to take me just to get outside. I tried to do that with Darren. It didn't really succeed.
So, she knows practically all my friends. Community, yeah.
Yeah, but we have dealt with a lot of battles, like, friends-wise. Obviously, even with family.
Yeah.
Like, our situation's never always been great. Like, it does look great on social media, and when people look at us, because we're so productive, we're always moving around, we're always doing things, people think, like, we have life great. Like, oh yeah, you bake cakes. You're making a lot of money. You must be great. And, you got your henna page with this many followers. You must be sick. But it's not really like that. Like, I think what people need to understand is whatever you see is not what is actually going on behind doors.
Yeah.
And we have had a heck of a battle. Like, a lot of people say, like, you guys are pretty wise. So I take that. I take that with me to the grave. That, we're doing something right. That's made us tight, I guess. Yeah.
So what's the next one?
So the next question is, what's your biggest fear?
What's my biggest fear? This one. I actually don't know. I don't know. Actually, I have one, but it's really personal, so I can't really put it out there. Sorry, my husband's in the background.
Sorry, Attan's a bit of an issue right now. Attan's going like this.
He thinks swimming is my biggest issue.
No, it's my biggest fear.
Hello. So, what's my biggest fear? I do hate heights. Absolutely hate heights. But if you've seen my Instagram story, you've seen that every time I go to a country, I want to go parasailing. I don't know
Don't even start on parasailing because I can't swim and she took me parasailing, okay? We'll get to that.
Get up there and then I'm like, oh God, like what did I just do? But no, I guess my biggest fear is losing loved ones. More. That's actually my biggest fear, that if someone asked me, I would say is losing loved ones. I'm a person that if you become really close with me, I will give all into a relationship. So if like there is any sort of like issues or anything like that, it would break me. I'm just one of those people. I don't know.
I think that runs in our family, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think like I've grown to learn how to kind of manage that, because I realise that it's part of life. You meet people, you lose people. It's normal. What about yours? Swimming.
That's not funny. I actually don't like water. I've actually got a big fear. It's not funny. That's not my biggest fear. Okay, no, it is my biggest fear. I'll never do it. I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to make it because I'm bloody terrified. But I'd probably say my biggest fear is just not making it. Like, you know, like working till like I'm 60, 70. Parents, like, they try really hard. They work really hard. And I don't want to end up in a place where I'm working till I, you know, can barely do it. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be like 60, 70 working my 9 to 7, 9 to 5. Just buying a house or just about getting a really fancy car with my pension. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be that. Like
time freedom.
Yeah, time freedom.
Yeah, I know. What's the next one?
What's your best memory together?
My one is a bit broad. I would definitely say our holiday to Greece. I would love to do that again. There's not one part of the holiday,
why not?
I would say.
Yeah, you almost killed me, but it's okay.
No, I didn't. So,
am I killing you again?
We'll come to her best part in a minute because she'll say it in a minute. But my best part was actually the entire holiday. So we actually booked to go Sri Lanka last year. And as you know, literally on my birthday last year, there was bombings at a church. So we booked for a couple of months later. And we were not comfortable going there after that situation because we didn't know what it was going to be like. We didn't know whether we'd be able to travel.
It's not really a time to celebrate.
So, yeah, and it wasn't going to be a touristy kind of holiday. So we sort of cut that out. And then I felt bad because I knew that my sister, my brother, mum, dad all wanted to go on holiday. So I said to them, okay, let's go somewhere closer. Let's go to Greece. But then, like, my parents were still like, I don't know. So then they were like, okay, you know, Yoshini and Darren can go. So Darren's my little brother. He's 11 years old now. Now I'm 12. My memory's
He's growing so quickly, so...
Yeah, so last time I knew he was 8 and now he's like in high school. Anyway, so we went on this holiday and it was my husband, my 2 siblings and me, and it was just the best experience. Like, because they've never experienced like an all-inclusive, they've never experienced a proper holiday. If we've gone to Sri Lanka, it was years ago. So I was adamant to take them on holiday that year. So yeah, that was my favourite. What about yours?
I think also because when we go on holiday, we just go to see people.
Yeah, and this was more like a relaxing for yourself.
We don't really go on holiday to go see anything.
It's for weddings or for funerals.
Yeah, like, you know, like someone was like, how many countries have you been to? And I named them all. I was like, Norway, Denmark.
Wedding. Norway, wedding.
And they were like,
France,
wow, you've travelled a lot. And I was like, yeah, but I've not seen anything. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, my best time was in Greece. Don't even get me started because she made me do things that I bloody wouldn't do with anybody else, and I don't know how she convinced me to do it.
Low-key.
Yeah, she made me. Okay, she convinced me. I won't say made me because then, you know.
I didn't strap you in or anything like that, you know.
Well, technically, they did strap me in. But do you know what it's like to parasail? You literally, like, basically, like, end up off the boat. Like, they just get you off the boat like that. Like, you don't even get a free will, like, choice. You're just strapped up and you're just gone. And then you just float fly back down. And this girl said, you won't end up in the water, don't worry, like, it doesn't really go in the water. And guess what?
No. The thing is, I'd done a parasailing in Portugal before. And honestly, like, it was all like a calm ride. You just go up, and you're up in the air the whole time, and only for fun when they dropped us at the end. They take you in the water. At the end, I told you. But the thing is, when we went to Greece, like, the winds were really bad. So they kept saying to us, oh, you can't do it. And like, me and my husband, we were like devastated. Like, you know, we really wanted to do the water sports because that's most of the things that you could do there. And if we go on holiday, we're not people that can just sit at the beach and relax. We've got to, like, get up and do things. And then they came back to us and they were like, oh, you can do it now. And then, so we took her up. And the thing is, like, number one, it was still quite windy. So I've never experienced it like that before.
Bro, she scared me. Like, you made it seem like we were definitely going to fall in the water once we were up there. She was like, oh shit, it's quite windy.
But I didn't know that, obviously the guy in the boat, the guy that we had, was like kind of cheeky because he dropped us on purpose in the water at least 3 or 4 times.
He knew.
I was not warned, she was not warned, I was not warned. I was like, this did not happen before, and she can't swim. Obviously I didn't tell them that, so I started going, oh my god. But then, the third time they did it, I realised that they were doing it to mess around with us. So.
But they knew. We got dunked in dirty, honestly.
Yeah,
we were dunked in nasty. And I was like praying to God. I was like, God, please don't let me go in. God, please don't let me go in. The whole time.
I was thinking, oh my god, what's my mum going to say?
What's my mum going to say when my sister's drowned? Yes.
She'd be like, why'd you lie? Why did you can't swim? All this.
Worst part is, like, the build-up to actually getting on the parachute. We couldn't even get on at the beginning because the guy was saying, like, it's quite windy, like, we don't know if the parachute can go out. So I was really terrified. And the fact she actually still convinced me to get on there, and I did, was scary.
It was a good experience.
It was a good experience, I can't lie. Now I have those photos.
And you've done it once. So.
I've done it, and I'm glad to say I've done it.
Tick off the bucket list.
Yeah, but I'll never do it again because that was scary. But yeah. Next question is, what was your biggest battle growing up?
So, financial battles, yes, but I think my biggest one was losing my auntie. So, my auntie is basically my dad's sister, and she was literally like a second mum to me. I'd lived with her throughout starting my career and everything. She's been like one of the biggest supports in my life, and we lost her at quite a young age. It was very, very unexpected. She wasn't ill or anything like that, but I didn't realise how hard grief is, because when people, you know, go on about like grieving for like years, I didn't understand it. But yeah, after that, I get it. You don't really stop grieving people, so
you don't.
I think that was my biggest.
I think everything reminds you. That's the problem. Like, you don't really grieve on the day, but afterwards, when you start getting reminded of things like birthdays and stuff like that, that's when you really notice it.
And it's like she was the glue to the family.
She was the glue, yeah.
And without her, it kind of feels a bit like
everything's changed.
But I know that she's up there, and you know, I've had like loads of good dreams, I guess, and it makes me feel like when I do dream, it makes me feel like, okay, she's always there watching. So I guess it makes me feel a little bit better. I was scared at the beginning, but now I'm like, actually, that's a good sign. It means she's watching. She's watching, you know, how we are and everything. So that was my biggest battle, getting kind of used to that. Still always think about it though, like Christmas, New Year's. So yeah. What about yours?
Oh. My biggest battle is a bit personal, to be honest. Throughout when we were losing my auntie and when we were losing, we lost Dad's mum as well.
Yeah, it was like within 2 years we had so many issues.
Within 2 years, like everything was just collapsing. And just around that time we even got a shop, which didn't succeed.
Yeah.
And that was due to like trusting people who couldn't be trusted there. And obviously we made a loss because of that. And when we were going through those issues, obviously I was going through my personal issues with like relationships and stuff like that, which really escalated. I would say that was probably my biggest biggest situation that changed my life, like, it changed my life. Like, if you ask me about it, I will tell you, but it honestly changed my life to an extent where I am so careful with how I am around people. I'm so careful with who I get along with. I've become so much closer to my family, my mum especially. Like, things have completely changed with how we are with each other. And even my dad, like, to be honest, I just feel like when you're an Asian girl and you're growing up, like, you grow up very isolated, you grow up really quiet, and you don't actually have that kind of family environment that other people have. So yeah, I feel like everything has become a lot more how it should be, and, you know, my relationship with my sister is even stronger than it could be. Like, that would be my biggest situation. Like, everything was just crumbling at one point. Like that, but obviously we went through our grief and our losses of people, and I went through mine.
It was all at the same time. So.
It was all just at
and it
the
was
same
one after
time.
the other.
Yeah,
so.
And like friendships, everything was just wrecking. Like literally, like it was like domino effect. Like it was all just. So now it's like we're finally like, you know, like personality wise and relationship wise, we are a lot more like cautious.
We're a lot stronger.
Yeah, much stronger. Yeah. We all see the signs. We all, like, we're very mindful. We can observe things straight away, and it's just very different, like, how our minds have become. So, yeah, I would say I have gone through quite a big, like, childhood transition from, like, growing up. Like, there was a lot of changes that I went through, and, you know, here I am.
We got there in the end.
Yeah. If you could go back and change one thing, what would you change?
Not a lot, because everything taught me, made me the person I am today. But there was one thing, one certain relationship that really, really, really threw me off. I guess I wouldn't change it still, because it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about people. It taught me a lot about the fact that, like, how people can be, and yeah, I don't think I would particularly change anything, to be honest.
Me neither, to be honest. Like, I feel like everything we went through happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I just wish maybe I wish it didn't happen the way it did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like if it only happened, like, slightly, like, those situations, if they weren't as drastic as they were, we wouldn't be how we are now. Yeah. Like, if they were minor, then we would just be like, oh, like, you know, probably make the same mistake, probably fall in the same trap. But because they were so extreme, I'm telling you, there's no 0 with us. Like, when we go through hardship, it's 100. It just happens. So, yeah, I would honestly say I wouldn't change it, because we're in such a better place. Like,
but we learn a lot. We've
learned so much, yeah. Who's your biggest idol?
Oh, mum and dad. So I'm not the kind of person who looks at, like, movie idols or, like, music or anything like that, or even, like, businessmen, businesswomen. So loads of people look at those kind of things. But for me, my idol are literally my parents. I know everyone is probably feeling this the same about their parents, but the amount of hard work that my dad has put in, and, you know, like, he's always going to be my biggest idol.
Yeah, same, mum and dad. All the way. Like, obviously, everyone's parents are great, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, they're the best people
Everyone's
in the world.
parents, they've all, you know.
It makes you so appreciative, like, how much they do for you, and you just want to give it back. Like, they genuinely are our idols. Like, they're so strong. They go through so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could travel to anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why?
Look, if you asked me after the Sri Lanka trip, I would have said Bali or Hawaii. But seeing as our trip got cancelled last year, going to Sri Lanka, and then because of the bombings, and then we booked it this year, and then COVID happened, what can I say? I want to go there. I want to go there right now.
What is your favourite hobby?
Oh, everyone who knows me knows that my actually 2 favourite hobbies. One is travelling. I love travelling. I was not able to travel growing up, and, you know, growing up in an Asian family was very difficult, because obviously my parents weren't able to take us away. They didn't go away, but, You know what? I knew as soon as I started working that I didn't even worry about saving money. I just wanted to travel. I just wanted to travel to as many places as I can before I settled down. And then the second thing would be like drawing, arts and that kind of thing. I love painting. That's where my henna stuff comes from. So I'm a bit crafty, so I like all this arts and craft stuff. So yeah.
With me, I don't actually know what my hobby is.
Baking.
Yeah, but obviously I bake. I do bake, but I feel like I dip my toes like in different places to see like which one's like the most. But I do like baking, but I feel like I get more satisfaction like at the end when I see it.
Yeah.
Not
It's
really
the creative.
process.
I guess our entire family have this whole creative side.
Yeah.
Like that's what
From
we love.
Dad, who's the builder, it has just literally just continued
Yeah.
through all of us. Like Darren is amazing at drawing and he's only 12. Obviously, Danu's good at drawing as well.
That's our other brother.
With me, I did like singing was a thing, but it just hasn't like, I don't know, I just let go of it. And then when you let go of singing, it just kind of
Move away, isn't
moves
it?
away. So
Yeah.
now I'm just focusing on like baking. I did do henna for a bit, but I feel like with me, I like to be quite private as well. Like I don't like to be in an environment with a load of people. So I've kind of started to like to be kind of doing my own
She
thing.
was always nervous coming with me. She'd be like, oh my God,
Every time I would be like, oh my God, how many people are going to be there? What time are we going to leave?
Is it going to be more than 20 people? How long are we going to be there?
I'll be fine there, but it's just like before it, it's like stomach's turning so much.
But then when she finished, she's like, oh my God, that was so fun.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Who has more patience?
Ooh.
It's me! I have more patience!
No, I'm not crazy. I have a lot of patience. So I'm one of those people where I have a lot of patience. But if something repeatedly comes up, and when it when it pisses me off, I will be up forward straight and I will tell you straight
She's
up.
scary.
I'm not scary.
When she's angry, she's scary. You know what she does? She doesn't even say Yosh. She goes, Yoshini. She writes my whole name. She goes, UWOSINI dot. And I know when she says that she's pissed off.
No, but okay, listen. I'm one of those people, I would have patience till the end. But if I repeatedly have the same issue, then I can't. I will be very, very honest and very, very brutal. And I agree that it can come across quite abrupt. But like, what can I say? I just have to be like brutal and honest so that they get the picture, you know? Like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we have to be honest.
So definitely, she's a lot more patient than me, I guess.
Yeah. But then my patience gets mistaken for me being slow, which is what I don't like. People think I'm slow, okay? But if you know me, you know I'm not slow.
So if you're sweeping the floor,
I just like to take my time. I like to get every little bit, like make sure. I just like to take time. Okay.
So usually I would say, Yoshini, are you stroking the floor? Are you sweeping?
Oh my God, yeah. Even when I do the play, they're like, are you like stroking it? What are you doing? Like, you're not washing it. And it's like, I'm just doing it in my own time. I don't have to do it quickly. Sometimes this one, she just goes to the sink and she's just like, and that's it, it's done. It's like,
no,
where are you going?
I have to make the most of my 24 hours.
Calm down. It's 1 minute washing a plate. Like, calm down.
I genuinely feel like every minute that I have to spare in a day is like...
Or if she sweeps, it's like...
it's precious.
And I'll be like...
When I go to do a job, trust me, I'll get it done. It wouldn't be messy, it will be neat and it will be quick. Like, it will be done within 2 seconds. Even at work...
How can you be sure that it's neat if you've done it in 2 seconds?
You've seen me. I've grown up with you. You know, like, it's done. So even at work, like, I will literally, if there's work that people can take 2 hours to do, I'll take 30 minutes to do, and they'll just look at me like, how'd you just do that?
Even with the room, like, she'll just be like, just put it away. Even with me, I have to, like, play something, get a cup of tea, sit down.
Come on!
Fold my clothes on the floor, and then fold my books, and then, like, put
you
it
have
away.
a lot of
I
lifetime.
spend, like, a whole day to clean my room. Literally.
I can't do that.
I have to be like, tomorrow I'm cleaning my room in it, so it's going to be a whole day thing.
Yeah, she takes the whole day to plan.
Yeah. Is it hard to live apart?
Yes and no. Yes, because like there's loads of things that we wouldn't have thought that we would do before together that we now want to do together, but now we have to actually make a specific time that we're both free, which before we'd both be at home, so it'd be very easy to schedule something. So for that reason, yes. And no, because I feel like sometimes distance makes people closer as well, and it gives you like two different kind of lives to kind of pop in and pop out. It's just nice. Yeah. I would say it was hard. It was hard initially. She cried her eyes out when I got married.
No, I didn't. And no one saw. There's no proof.
Yeah, there's. Husband, did you take a video?
Listen, okay, I'm not the type. You know, like everyone was crying when the tali went on your neck, and I was just standing there like, why is everyone crying? But then when I saw the actual video of their pre-shoot, I was like bawling my eyes. I was like, shit, this is real. But yeah, somehow they caught me crying, even though I was like on a table just randomly watching. But yeah, like I think because me and my sister, we've always shared a room. We've never had our own room, like separated. We've shared everything. We share clothes. We've shared makeup. We go shopping at the same time.
Very sisterhood.
She used to even like buy stuff when she was doing her shopping for me, like when I didn't have money. Like it was just, we shared everything. There was no like way about it. There was no I'm myself and she's herself. So that's why it felt like we were just, I don't know, just like one person, to be honest. So when she did move out, it was pretty hard. But I guess because I was kind of carried away with uni and stuff, it kind of like I was able to cope with it because I knew I had to move out too. And she was moving out, so I feel like that's why it's been okay.
Yeah.
But if I was actually at home, because now I'm home, I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can feel it. Like I can feel like I'm just like doing my own thing. Because obviously, two boys do their thing, and yeah, it's nice when she comes over or when we both go over on a Sunday and stuff like that. Like it feels amazing though. Like when you are separated, you just appreciate each other a lot more. But
yeah.
That's that really. Do people ever call you twins?
Oh. Well, yeah, a lot.
I don't even get it though, because I think I look different to you.
I don't get it either. If anyone feels like we look like twins, comment on that.
Like, don't know, but obviously people are just going to look at the nose. But apart from the nose, I've got a square face, and she's got quite like a...
You don't have a square face.
I do have a square face. I do. And I'm darker.
That does not make you non-lookalikes just because you're darker. Come on. Anyways, we don't think we look alike, but if you do, then do let us know. What else?
What are your similarities and differences?
A lot. I think we're really different.
I feel like we have very different personalities.
Very, very different.
But it's kind of good. Like, it's good because, like, if she gets mad, I can calm her down. If I'm being stupid, then she can tell me. Like, it's like polar opposites.
Yes.
Do you like
polar opposites?
Yeah, we do deal with situations very different. But we're both, like, sensitive people. We're really caring. Like,
yeah, family, I think that's the similarity.
The biggest thing is that we care for people.
The littlest thing can happen and it can literally like...
It makes us so upset.
Yeah.
You could literally flick me on the nose and I'll be crying like, oh God.
And then we'll have to constantly tell each other like, it's fine.
It's okay,
like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think we always go the extra mile.
Yeah.
But we have lately realised that we are culprits of that. Yeah. And we get it from Dad, so we're kind of trying to step back from it, and we get Dad to step back from it. So
I think sometimes you have to just be laid back and let things happen sometimes, and that's something we need to like figure out. Obviously, the difference would be like, you know, she went more towards like science and like pharmacy, and I went more towards psychology and like people and behaviour.
Oh, I can't deal with people. I don't know.
But I just feel like I've become really good at just predicting people.
Yeah.
If you come and speak to me, I just know you.
Be careful, guys. So I think that pretty much sums up the first video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and do let us know what you think.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Take care.